Hello, my crafty friends. It's Andrea from Prairie Sky Paper Crafts, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Manitoba. It's Watercolor Wednesday. July is watercolor month, so that's our theme for our lives this month. I'm using a super fast watercolor technique using Watercolor Shapes, which is an amazing stamp set that I don't use nearly often enough, but I do have a few ideas coming up with this one. We're also using Art Gallery, and I think I just changed my mind about what I was going to do with Art Gallery. I have got a piece of Daffodil Delight as our card base today, and we're stamping on Whisper White. So typically when I use the stamp set, I use these 3 images, but I think today, I'm not even sure why that's circled. I'm going to use this one, and I'm actually going to exit stage right for a second and grab my watercolor markers, because I just had a change of plans. And if you've been around here for more than a second, you will not be surprised at all that there was a change of plans. Morning, Mary Louise. I hope you're having a good day. Okay, so let's get this party started. I think I'm going to use circles. That's not something that I use often. Craft a lunch, 2 minutes in. And I'm just going to give it a quick little wipe off on my chamois because I'm not sure if that's staining. Oh, yeah, it's just stained. It's fine. I've been using my chamois a ton lately. It needs a bit of a rinse out shortly. Stamp block. Now, today's theme is kind of things that you haven't used in a while. Soft seafoam. Actually, I'm going to move these guys because I'm not using them anymore. Not sure where I'm going to put them. That stuff's not going to roll off my desk, but it's fine. Soft seafoam isn't a color that I use a ton, but we're going to give it a spin and see what it looks like. Now, this is, it's watercolor, so it's not going to be a solid image, and you can see by the shading on here that there's light areas and dark areas. So we're just going to do one spot there. Actually, we're just going to do one circle, and we're going to do it in the center. That's why there's 2 sides to the cardstock. Okay, there we go. Now we're done. And before I proceed, close this up. So, and you always want to hear that snap to make sure that it's actually sealed. I've had stamp sets dry out because I didn't close them well. It's not a big deal. You can re-ink them super quick. Give this guy a wash, put it back in the case, and then I am rapidly running out of room. I've been in the throes of Christmas crafting and getting things ready for classes, and I just came up with an idea, actually, speaking of classes, for a July class that I'm going to be doing. No, we're in July. August. We are going to be doing sorry, I got momentarily distracted. I was going to use yellow, but I think we'll use Rich Razzleberry, and actually, yeah, we'll use Rich Razzleberry, and maybe, color's this? Merlot? This is the hardest part, is choosing the colors that you're going to use. Yeah, Merlot. I want something dark enough that is going to stand up to what we're doing, as well as going over top. Sorry, momentarily distracted by the wren. She's got a stick that's probably 4 times her body And she's trying to get it into the hole. Oh, she just dropped it. She's trying to get it into the hole of her birdhouse, and it's not going well. Not sure why she's building up her nest. I haven't seen her in a few days. I'm glad that she's back and active. All right. I love my big window, but sometimes distracting things happen. All right. So we're going to watercolor with our markers. Now this is a nice subtle, oh, it's not very dark actually. Mossy Meadow needs to be re-inked. I will link a video showing you how to use the re-inkers to fill your markers. It is dead easy. You just need to pry off this tip, and tweezers will work. And then you just drip a few drops in, and easily done. Okay, now let's see, do we have any more? I'm just going to refer to my diagram to see where else I've got some areas that need a little bit of green. This is our Mary Merlot. I'm going to do Mary Merlot over here on the buds. That's a bud there too. You're right, Mary Louise. I always stick to the plan and never deviate. Would not be, you know what? I'm pretty sure nobody would even know what's going on if I actually didn't have something change halfway through a video. I know I wouldn't. Okay. I love this technique of coloring on your stamps because you can get everything done in one fell swoop. Now I'm just going to do a test. Oh, I don't like the way that turned out at all. So we are going to do this. This is the first time that I've used this stamp, so sometimes you don't get a great impression. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to add a layer of Versamark. And we're going to season our stamp just a little. There we go. And, oops, wrong end. When I do this, I use the brush tip. Oh, there we go. That's better. And I use the side of the brush. Much better. Now we're getting where we need to be. Usually on Wednesdays, I do my videos in the afternoon. I'm doing it in the morning for two. Well, the main reason is because it is going to be gross and hot and humid here. And as much as I absolutely love my big, huge window, it gets unbearable in here in the afternoon. In the morning, I've actually got a nice little bit of shade. Okay, why aren't you? There we go. Build up the color. So yeah, I think I got distracted when I was talking about the class that I'm going to be doing in August. We're doing Stash Buster. It's going to be a week-long summer camp, and I've got all kinds of ideas. I just finished the plans today. Info for the class is over on my Stampin' Up page, and I'll link to it here as well if you're interested. It's a week-long, something different every single day. I can't wait. I'm super excited about it. And I'm just going to add a little bit of moisture to the stamp so that it rehydrates and doesn't stamp awfully. Now, because in typical me fashion, I didn't try this before I decided to do a video on it this morning. So we're going to see what happens and hope for the best. Oh, there we go. Oh, I like that actually. I like how that turned out. All right, now we're going to grab our stamp. And I do like that it is, it's not perfect because it is watercolor. However, it's going to be that kind of a Wednesday that feels like a Monday. I'm just going to go over and add a little bit of Wink of Stella, which also acts a little bit as a watercolor brush. We're just going to kind of blend a little bit. I like how stylized this looks actually. Brush off our ink, grab our, this stamp is super sticky. I'll wash that in a second. I think we're going to add our sentiment in black just because I like a little bit of black to ground. Happy birthday. Now I had chosen yellow as my card base, but now I'm not convinced that it's the right color. So let's see what else I have in this stash. I don't think any of these is going to work either. Part of my style when I'm prepping for classes is to get all of my mixed paper packs and have them close at hand so that I can grab whatever I want. Oh, I have soft seafoam here. This is from the Subtles pack. And with the mixed packs, you get 2 of each color. It's all right. Didn't mean to make it jump. It looks like I had a marker incident. It's fine. All right. Oh my gosh, my hands aren't working today. Let's see what else we can send flying, shall we? Hopefully nothing else, because we're almost done. Definitely don't need another craft disaster. I make enough of those in the run of the day. Well, I'm going to use the adhesive that's close at hand. Of course. Okay. Oh my goodness. What not to do 101. Welcome to Crafting in Andrea's Craft Room. Oh, there we go. Things are hidden under things. Nothing's where it should be. We run out of adhesive. Never a dull moment over here, guys. Now, one of the things that I ordered from the new mini catalog that just started this month were these sequins, the festive sequins. I'm not sure if, oh, there's a dimension back. I'm not sure if this one is pink or red. It definitely runs to pink, in my opinion. Then we've got the pearlized white, kind of a foresty green, and then gold. But for this one, I'm using the white just because I think it'll make it pop really, really well. Take your pick and spin it until we get some of the putty coming. Now, as soon as the putty starts to come out, I back it off because it's really warm in here. And the putty will continue to extrude if you don't do that. I like odd numbers, so I'm going to do 3 of the large ones at the top of our circle. And then I'm going to do 2 of the smaller ones down at the bottom, I think. Put those guys back so that they don't go anywhere. Now you do want to make sure that you put your cap onto your take your pick so that the putty doesn't dry out. And there you go. There's a quick and easy watercolor stamp. Actually, two, we use the watercolor shapes and then art gallery colored with markers, just a nice little focal point. Oh, thank you for those colors, Mary Louise. I never would have taken that as sweet sorbet. It definitely looks pink to me. Oh, friends, you know what? It's always one of those days in my craft room. It's been a very hectic, hairy kind of week. As always, I appreciate you watching. Thank you so much for spending some of your day with me. I will link to the video to fill the markers with the re-inkers. And as always, thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate your support. Have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you next week.